Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all doing well today. Just to get straight into the vid, today we're going to be going over credit. I know in the last vid, the last thing we talked about was if you're young, start building your credit as soon as possible. And I didn't actually get into too much debt because it was the end of the video. Would you want me to make another 10 minutes? Like, come on now. So that's what this video is here for, to further go in debt. I keep saying debt. See, this is how you know we're talking about credit here. I caught myself. I was going to edit it out, but I'm going to keep it in. I said debt twice because credit and debt really go together when you think about it. But we're going to get past the debt and we're going to find how to overcome it. Now, the first thing you're probably wondering, well, why would I need a credit card to begin with? Well, there's a thing called your credit score, which is going to have a huge impact on your future because you're probably going to get a home one day, right? And they're going to run your credit, and if you don't have any credit, it's going to be hard getting good rates. Not only good rates, but just getting the place in general. Like, there's some instances where you can't get a home because you don't have any credit. So, like, they don't have any evidence that you pay people back, right? Like, something as simple as that. You can't even get a house because I don't know if you're gonna pay me back or not. I don't know if you're gonna pay these bills. I don't see any credit history. So that's one of the most important things when it comes to credit, getting your credit score, which this video won't necessarily be about getting your credit score, but it will tie into how to get a high credit score. So another thing you need to remember, if you're young, you don't have any credit, you're probably thinking, well, what credit card should I get in the first place? Well, there's a few things you need to know when you're getting your first credit card. You want to make sure you don't have an annual fee, because why would you get an annual fee if this is your first card? You should not be getting any annual fees for your first card. Really, typically for the average American, you don't want any annual fees because you're not going to really be able to optimize the benefits of an annual fee card. Some cards are annual fees just for the heck of it. So definitely those are red flags. If it's not good rewards and there's just an annual fee just to have an annual fee, like a maintenance fee, red flag. Go to the next card. Like, stop. Just stop right there, click off, and look something else up. Personal faves that I would suggest, especially for those who are young, those who are students. Hey, even if you're not a student, but a Discover It card. Great card. You could do the Discover It Secure card, which pretty much how that's gonna work is you're gonna put a deposit down. Let's say you put $500. Your credit limit is gonna be $500. Now, what does that mean? That means that's how much you can spend on that card. Which a quick intersection. Yeah, I got $500 to spend, right? Don't think like that. Do not think that you have $500 to spend. Think of it as, this is my $500. So if I have this $500, then okay, yeah, I guess you can spend it, but be responsible. If you wouldn't do that with your own money, then why would you do it with someone else's money? Because you shouldn't think it's someone else's money. It is your money because you got to pay it back. Don't think of a credit card as a way to borrow money, please. Look at me. Look at me. Your credit card is your debit card. Get it in your head. Your credit card is your debit card. I don't care what anyone else says. Your credit card is your debit card. It is your money. Right? So when you spend $1,000, just imagine $1,000 just went out of your account. Because at the end of the day, no matter how long it takes, you're going to have to pay it back. And if you take long, you're going to have to pay more back. You see, you could have got cash back, but now you just paid more back. That's a bar right there. You feel me? Yes, that was again another corny joke from me. I don't care. I really don't care. All right, I laugh at my own jokes. It's okay. You see the smile on my face. Anyway, anyway, man. Seriously. That credit card is your debit card. And the more that gets ingrained in your mind, the more you're going to be comfortable with the card. But yes, and with a Discover It secure card, you actually get rewards. Most secure cards are not the best. They don't give you any rewards. But you'll get rewards. I don't have it up right now. You could just go to the site and it'll tell you all you need to know. But you get cash back. And usually it's about 1%. It might be like a 3% or something on a certain category. Like if you went and got gas or a grocery store, there's like specific categories where you get more cash back. But even 1% cash back is better than what you get on a debit card. You know what cash back you get on a debit card? I want you to just guess. Right in the comments right now. Matter of fact, before we go in this video, Why you ain't liking and subscribing, man? Like before I tell you, like and subscribe, and then I'll tell you. I'm waiting. You probably didn't even do it, but I'm gonna just assume you did. And if you didn't do it, I'm hurt. Um, I really am hurt. Like, all I'm asking you to do is like and subscribe. It don't take nothing but 2 seconds to like. That's 1 second. Subscribe. That's 2 seconds. You got me losing my train of thought now, man. But anyway. Um, you get nothing on a debit card. That's the answer. You get no cash back on a debit card. That's why, me personally, I wouldn't suggest this for everybody. I make all of my purchases on my credit card because, again, I treat it as a debit card, meaning that this is my money. I'm gonna have to pay it back. I pay it back on time and in full, which will go into the next thing. Make sure, because this is just what a credit card is gonna tell you, right? Let's say you got a payment due of, let's just say it's $100. More than likely, your payment balance, your minimum payment balance, they're gonna say, "Oh, just pay $25." Don't fall for that trap. I'm gonna tell you why. You pay that $25, right? You know what that's gonna do? That remaining $75 is gonna roll over to your next balance. Interest is gonna start to pile up. You don't want to do that. Now again, we are paying more than what we spent. Pay in full. Remember, this is your money. Just like a debit card would just take the full amount. Treat it the same exact way. There's no reason why you should be doing minimum payments. If you didn't have the money to begin with, then why did you spend it? You're being irresponsible. And you got to hold yourself accountable on that. You got to take responsibility for your actions. Educate yourself. Seriously, educate yourself. Know that, hey, I can't just spend money on anything. This is my money at the end of the day, right? And another thing is you need to know, and this is not necessarily with credit card, but just with, your finances. Save for some emergencies. You might have a medical bill and have to use a credit card, right? Well, make sure that you have the funds for that. You should be saving a little extra a month for just in case. I mentioned this in a previous video of having just in case money. Because trust me, just in case happens a lot. Literally, it happens a lot. You probably think, well, it hasn't happened to me. It hasn't happened to you yet, all right? Again, it's just in case, all right? No harm in just in case. So again, put some money on the side. That's why if you do have to use a credit card, it's not a last resort of like, I gotta use a credit card, and now you're trying to pay it off. No, it's like, oh, I put this on a credit card because I can put this on my credit card. So keep that in mind. Also, let me add this because earlier I mentioned the Discover It Secure card. If you're a student, you can just go straight to the Discover It Student card. Again, a great card if you're just starting credit. No, this is not sponsored by Discover. I know I'm only bringing up Discover. There's good Capital One cards. It's good. I'm actually not gonna say it's good because I don't know too much about it. But like you have like the pedal cards. If you're at a bank, that's also another good route to pick. Is just go with your bank. But also, again, I'm gonna keep reiterating this. Make sure ain't no annual fee on that card. But next thing you're gonna watch out for, which goes into the paying in full. Don't worry about the APR. And when I say don't worry about it, some people say, yeah, you got to worry about your APR. If it says 15, 24%, like that means it's going to be 24 or 15% interest. Well, you should have paid in full like we've been telling you. So don't worry about the APR because we're paying in full. Okay? So you're going to see the APR and just act like you don't see it. Consider yourself, I'm going to pay my bills on time. I'm going to make sure I'm paying on full. Now, if it's something crazy, if it's past that 24, it's like 29, 30, that's low-key a red flag to me. Check into that card, see if there's any hidden fees in there because typically it's like from 15 to 24 or like 25 or something like that. So make sure you're watching out for that. I know this video is not too organized. I'm kind of just going from one point to the next, so bear with me. But the next thing that I want you guys to remember when it comes to just getting started with credit, don't, and I repeat, don't forget about your statement balance. What I mean by this, I'll give you a quick example. Let's say you just got the card and you spend, again, that $100, or we spend $100. Okay, we paid off in full, right? We paid off in full. But my limit was, I didn't say I didn't have that much money, so my limit was $300. So on your credit report, it's going to say that you use 33% or 30%, 30% of your credit card. That's not really good. You want to make sure that the amounts you're using is from 1 to 10%. Now, you're probably getting confused now saying, but what are you talking about? Like, I thought you said I'm paying on full, I'm paying on time. Like, what's the problem? Well, there's a trick, okay? It's called how about paid before the due date? Because there's going to be a closing date and an open date, all right? So you want to go to your whatever credit card you have and you want to look at what your closing date is. Meaning if you didn't pay that $100 off before the closing date, that's what's going to be on the next statement balance. Because, again, you didn't pay it off before the closing date. It doesn't mean you're not on time, but the closing date happened, meaning your statement balance now is $100, and that's how much you owe for that next month. But if you paid it off already, you know what your statement balance would say? 0, and your utilization would be 0, which is not, it's actually very good. But you want to have it typically something like, again, 1 to 10%. So instead of paying the full 100, you could pay 90, and then it'll say you only spent $10 out of the 300. That's how the credit will see it. That's just a quick little trick, I guess you could say. It's kind of simple once you get into the credit, but for those who are just beginning, you might not understand it that much. So that's all I'll say with that. I'll get into another video again on a little bit more specifics because it's very complex. Credit can be very complex when you're just getting started in it, and I'm not surprised if you're confused by certain terminology that I'm using. So don't worry if you're watching this video and you're just a little confused still. Don't worry. I'm gonna make another video deep diving even further. But just remember, these are the key points that I want you to take away from getting your credit started. Anyway, you want to make sure that you have no annual fees on your card because, again, this is your first card. We don't want any annual fees, and make sure there are no hidden fees. Well, it shouldn't be any fees at all, right? Again, the ones that I suggested was the Discover It Secure card, which means you do have to put a deposit down, but it is refundable. Okay, after a certain amount of time, you'll get the refund back, but that'll be your limit, how much you can spend. Also, remember, that does not mean spend the full 500 because what are we doing? Our credit card is our what? Yes, you got it right. I already know you wrote it down in the comments. It's our debit card. I want you to write down in the comments right now, my credit card is my debit card. And if no one comments that, then I know you didn't watch the full video. And then when I come to you, I'm like, hey, you enjoying the videos? I know you lied to me because you didn't even watch the whole thing. But anyway, remember, credit is our debit card. We also want to make sure our utilization is low. We'll get more into it again in the next vid. But remember, all that means is it goes into the point where you don't want to spend just because your limit is 500 does not mean you want to spend 500. And also be aware of your closing date. And also make sure that you're paying in full. Alright. Not only is our credit card our debit, but we're paying in full and on time. No minimum payments. If you don't got it, don't spend it. I'll leave it as clear and simple as that. Alright. Now you should have been liked and subscribed because I asked you earlier. But I'm going to ask nicely this time. I would love if you guys just liked and subscribe because I definitely didn't ask in the beginning. You definitely didn't listen to me in the beginning, which is, but anyway, hope you guys like and subscribe. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Again, if you have any further questions, just ask me in the comments. Say, hey, what does this mean again? And I'm gonna answer it. And I'm gonna also make another video, so don't worry. But enjoy the rest of your day, enjoy the rest of your week, and peace out.